Good morning everyone, it's me again, Teacher Hasmin. So for today's video, we're going to tackle about foregrounding in stylistics. So without further ado, let's get started. At the end of this lesson, you should be able to describe what foregrounding is, also explain the two main types of foregrounding and apply foregrounding in text. M.K. Holiday defined the foregrounding as the phenomenon of linguistic highlighting, whereby some features of the language in a text stand out for something or in some way. So basically, foregrounding means it is a process of linguistic strategy of calling attention to certain language features to shift the reader's attention from what is said to how it is said. So there are two main types of foregrounding. Number one is deviation or the paradigmatic foregrounding. Number two is the repetition or the syntagmatic foregrounding. Let's go first in deviation or the paradigmatic feature of foregrounding. Deviation is defined as the different styles from the expected norms of the language. It is also described as the violations of linguistic norms in text, especially in poetry. Next is repetition or the syntagmatic feature of foregrounding. According to Wales 1989, he defined repetition as the said to be a kind of deviation as it flouts the normal rules of usage by over-frequency. Also, repetition of sounds or the syntactic patterns have the tendency to strike the readers as uncommon, thereby engage their attention. Furthermore, deviation may occur at any level of language description. For example, it can occur in phonological, graphological, syntactic, lexicosemantic, and etc. At the graphological level, for example, we may see capital letters they are not supposed to be. At the syntactic level, subject and verb may not agree in number. While at the lexicosemantic level, words that should not go together may be deliberately brought together. Example, open secret and dangerous safety. Chejahan era of effective learning mentioned three linguistic deviations, which are the graphological, lexical, and semantic deviations. Let's go first in graphological deviation. Ara defined graphological deviation as the most superficial level of linguistic deviation. It is line-by-line arrangement of poetry on the printed page. It is also can be practiced through the following, like shape of text, capitalizations or decapitalizations, and punctuation. Just like for example in the poem by E. Cumming, collation collapsed as peacefully lifted into the awful beauty of sunset the young city. As is capitalized at the end of the line wherein it is supposed to be decapitalized. So the clause introduced by as emphasizes the peaceful scene of sunset in the young city. Lexical deviation is represented by neologism or the newly coined word or expression. It is the newly created words that are known as nouns formation. Lexical deviation is composed of the following, just like affixation, compounding, and conversion. For example, if learned darkness from our search world should rest the rare unwisdom of the eyes. Here, wisdom is used to describe the state of eyes, and unwisdom is coined as the abstract noun denoting the process or the property of happiness. Last one is the semantic deviation. It is the most significant level of deviation since figurative language is the heart of literature. It is the transference of the metaphor, synecdoche, metonymy, hyperbole, and irony. For instance, irony in the given stanza. Humanity, I love you because you are perpetually putting the secrets of life in your pants and forgetting its dirt and sitting down on it. All the poet asserts his love for humanity, but the shameless behavior in this play intensifies his reader's mind hatred for the cruelty and selfishness of mankind rather than love. Another example of deviation is from Okara's New Year's Eve Midnight. A year is born and my heart bell is ringing. Here, a year is born and a bell is said to be the ringing in the poet's heart. A year is born means New Year, and heart bell is ringing means the excitement of the poet's heart. Another example of repetition is from Shakespeare Othello, Act 5, Scene 3. I kiss thee, I killed thee. Obviously, Othello kissed her or Desdemona before he killed her. Another one is, O Captain, my Captain, our fearful trip is done. The ship was weathered every wreck. The prize which sought is won. The port is near, the bells I hear, the people all exulting. Will follow ice the steady keel, the vessel grim and daring. But oh heart, 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 oh the bleeding drops of red, where on the deck my captain lies, fallen, cold, and dead. As you can see here, oh captain, my captain was repeated 3 times, meaning it is the loyalty of the worker into the captain or to the captain. Also, but oh heart, heart, heart was mentioned 3 times. It means that the loss of the love by a worker or the loss of a hero. Number 1 is on June 12 I stand. June 12 and I were written in capital letters. It means that June 12 is the Philippine Independence Day, and I, as a Filipino, I am very happy and proud that we are having now a freedom. Another one is, please note that lecture attendance is compulsory if you want to pass. The words attendance and compulsory were highlighted because it simply means that attendance is a must to pass the specific subject. That's all for today. I hope you have learned something.